Hi, it's time for Street Talk, your voice and your views on the issues in the news. One symbol of the division of Cyprus could soon be removed. Greek and Turkish Cypriot leaders may soon reopen a bullet-riddled crossing between the two sides. It's been closed for nearly half a century. Ledra Street was first divided in 1958 when a Turkish Cypriot group erected barriers to stop members of the community shopping at Greek Cypriot stores. Now shopkeepers on the Greek side are rushing to remove those barriers in anticipation of an influx of new customers. People on both sides of the divide express their views on the development.
We want a healthy solution, not one that will lead to arguments 5 years down the road. We want an equal solution that protects both Greek and Turkish Cypriots living in one nation.
We hope that this being the last point to open will be the end of the barriers. As shop owners, we bought this place 3 years ago with the hope and expectation that the crossing would open. This means a great deal to us.
God willing, the crossing will open. That is our hope and expectation, and it will be better for us here on the Turkish Cypriot side. There will be more work, and at least it will be the end of this silence. It's dead around here now.
The Dalai Lama said he would resign as the spiritual leader of Tibet if protests there get out of control. The recent anti-China protests led by monks are the biggest in almost 2 decades. Chinese officials say the protests were being orchestrated by the Dalai Lama, but the Nobel Peace Prize laureate has denied those accusations. Bob in the United States thinks the Dalai Lama's real role in the riots should determine his decision. If he has only been an observer, he should not resign. If he's taken an active role, then he should. Paula in the United Kingdom is suspicious about the Dalai Lama's role. I find it incredible that he can have no involvement with the protests in Tibet at all. I think he's playing a dangerous game and people have died as a result. Lilia in the UK doesn't think the Dalai Lama should resign. The Dalai Lama's position is more important now than ever. The Chinese should end their hostile occupation of Tibet and allow the Tibetan people to live in peace and freedom in their own ancestral land. John in the UK thinks the Tibetan leader has a crucial role to play. The Dalai Lama should not resign. The Chinese government should be talking to him to address the needs and aspirations of the Tibetan people, rather than slaughtering those who stand up to Beijing. Better late than never is what one Finnish library decided when a book that was borrowed more than 100 years ago was returned last week. The library lost track of the loan a century ago, but was happy to put their copy of a 1902 religious periodical back with its collection. A note on the inside cover said there's a fine of 10 pennies a week for late returns. The person who returned it was not charged. The library considers the case an open and closed book, so to speak. That's it. Until next time, do keep sending in your questions and comments to riz@aljazeera.net and point us to anything interesting or amusing for Street Talk. Remember, what you see here isn't necessarily the view of Al Jazeera. Some of the content has been edited, but for time and space reasons only. And that's the talk on the street.